welcome back to my channel. My name is Akila and I am a yoga teacher, and I'm doing this mini series as a lead up to the new year and providing some journal prompts and just some general advice and encouragement going into the new year if you're looking to reset for the 2024 or if you're looking to kind of revamp your routine. So before I get into everything today, a little bit of housekeeping. If you're new to the channel and you think that this is the type of content you would like, please do subscribe. I upload movement classes once a week, and then I upload alternative content either in the way of journaling prompts, meditations, general chats about yoga and life one day a week as well. So if you're interested in any of that, please do like this video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my new videos when they come out. Also, if you missed the first installments of this series, this is part 4. So if you've missed the first 3 videos, I'll link the first one here somewhere on the screen so that you can check out the first one if you want to do them in order and you want to follow along for the entirety of the series. It is an 8-week series. So today, before I start to get into the journaling prompts for this week, which if you watch the previous videos, it'll make a lot more sense how I set up my journal, give you some inspiration for how you can set up yours and how you can use these prompts to create an effective journaling practice for yourself. Before we get into that, I wanted to talk a little bit about this whole idea of the New Year's reset. And I know it's kind of ironic that I'm going to be saying these types of things when I'm making an entire series that is a New Year's reset. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about how you go about doing a New Year's reset. Because I think it's really interesting how we've chosen this one arbitrary day of the year and decided that as a society, that's the day we're all going to have a reset. That's the day that we're all going to get in shape. That's the day we're all going to start to be more mindful, more healthy. We're going to be a better version of ourselves. All of this propaganda about being the most optimized version of yourself on January 1st. And there is some good to that. I think there is some value in deciding, okay, I want to reset. I want to kind of pursue this better version of myself, and I'm going to start today. There is something really beautiful about that ability to just say, okay, I'm going to start new today. However, I do feel as though there is this immense pressure to do it on January 1st. And constantly, once January 1st hits, you've got fitness ads shoved down your throat. You've got wellness teas and anti-bloat, how to be a skinny, productive legend, all on January 1st. And it can be really overwhelming, and it can really make you feel this pressure to be perfect on January 1st. But the thing that all of this propaganda doesn't tell you is that in order to build those habits, it takes time and it takes consistency and it takes diligence. And it's not always perfect and it's not always linear. Sometimes you'll be on a roll for a bit and then you'll fall off. And that's okay. So as you kind of start to play with these journaling prompts and kind of start to look ahead and start to visualize who you want to become this year, just keep it in mind that it's not going to be a perfect process, and it doesn't have to be. And you don't need to feel any external pressure to have it all on day one. And actually, that's why a lot of people, when they start these New Year's resets, maybe they decide they're going to start a fitness journey on January 1st. And they have this all or nothing mentality surrounding it that makes it so that they will never create a sustainable habit. So if you are finding you have this all or nothing mindset going into January 1st, the chances are you're probably not going to be creating very long-lasting habits. Because if you wake up in the morning and you say, I have to do an hour workout every morning at 5:30 a.m. before I go to work, there's 2 things that are going to happen here. Either you're going to get up and do it, and you're going to do a really challenging thing, or you're going to think about doing it and think about how hard it's going to be and think about, oh my God, an hour is such a long time and I'm never going to be able to do it. And then you procrastinate, you hit the snooze button, you don't get up, you don't do the workout, and then you don't do it at all. What if you told yourself instead, wow, I'm waking up, I'm feeling really tired today. Maybe I can just wake up and do like a quick 10-minute walk. Or maybe it's you wake up and you're like, I'm feeling really tired today. Maybe I'll just do a meditation or a quick little stretch or something, just something to get my body moving, but it doesn't have to be so extreme. And then as time goes on, then you can start to build up. Once you've created the habits and once you've created a solid foundation for this lifestyle, then you can start to add on and start to make it more extreme. So a concept that I was chatting with my partner about the other day was this idea of perfectionism paralysis. And by that I mean thinking so much about how perfect you want your day to be, or how much you want to get done, or how much you have assigned for yourself in a certain timeline. And you think about how daunting it is to accomplish all of the things that you want to accomplish in a day. And you think about it and you dwell on it so much that you end up not getting anything done at all. And it's a super normal response. If we have something that's challenging that is awaiting us, we're gonna try and find a way to get out of it. It's just how we're wired. So maybe it is that you have something you're studying for and you're thinking, oh my God, I really don't want to study for 4 hours. So this was something that my partner and I were discussing, is like, we both have this kind of mentality of saying, okay, I want to get 4 hours of study done today. I want to work out for an hour. I want to, read. I want to journal. I want to do all this stuff. And we're laying out like 6 to 7 hours of work for ourselves. Meanwhile, we both have full-time jobs. So really, is it realistic to say, okay, I'm going to do this every day. I'm going to go hard every day. I'm going to be studying. I'm going to be working out. I'm going to be working at my regular job. I'm going to be eating perfectly healthy because I'm going to have time to meal prep. No, you're probably not. We have to be realistic with our expectations. And you're going to get a lot more accomplished if you contribute 20 minutes a day consistently throughout a week to something than if you say that you're going to commit 1 or 2 hours a day to something and then you are so overwhelmed by the prospect of conquering that task that you just don't touch it at all, and then you say, well, I'll do twice the amount of work tomorrow. So all that being said, I feel like I've gone on a lot about that, but it's just something really interesting that I've been looking at in my own life and just kind of thinking, how are other people going to be dealing with this once all of the New Year's propaganda kicks in, telling us that we have to be on level 110 constantly. So all that being said, let's get into the journal prompts for today. These ones are, I think, some of my favorites that I have created so far. So again, if you watched the first videos, you'll know that I do one of these prompts daily. Sometimes if I don't have time and if I miss a day, then I'll do extra prompts the next day. So you don't have to feel like you have to do it every single day either. If you're just creating the habit, maybe you do it once a week and it's like your end of week reset is that you journal. So don't feel like you have to be forced to do all or nothing. So journal prompt number 1 that I have for you today is, how do you envision yourself this year? And list a few predictions on how you might grow. So this could be anything. It could be career-wise. It could be your personality. What are some characteristics you see in yourself this year coming? And then just kind of take a look and see, how do you think you can grow? And how do you think you can change in hopefully a positive way? Prompt number 2, list your top 10 priorities this year and order them according to importance. So this doesn't even have to be self-growth. This can be things like you want to spend more time with your family. This can be you want to spend more time in nature. Just anything that you feel like is not a priority in your life right now that you would like to prioritize going forward. I know for me, this is going to be probably to work less. I'm that person that always picks up shifts for other people and will work 6 or 7 days a week and not really prioritize giving myself rest. So I think giving myself rest from my regular job would benefit me a lot this year. And maybe you are in the same boat. Next prompt I have is list 3 or more books you would like to read this year and explain why you were drawn to them. So if you're not into books, this could also be a podcast that you want to listen to, or maybe if you listen to audiobooks, what audiobooks do you want to listen to this year? Next prompt is how can you set an example for other people in your life this year? Maybe you've got younger people in your life that look up to you and you want to really set a good example for them, but also you can set a good example for other people in your day-to-day life. It doesn't have to be someone younger than you. It can be your coworkers, it can be your partner, it can be your parents even. Next I have, what mindset or beliefs would you like to have in 2024? Maybe these mindset and beliefs are ones that you want to maintain. So maybe there isn't anything that you want to change, but maybe you want to reevaluate how you view certain things. So this next one I love because there's a reason that we have the expression Rome wasn't built in a day. So something that I've been playing around with is this idea of, okay, instead of thinking who I want to be on this January 1st, can I think ahead further and think of who I want to be next January 1st? Because really, that's the amount of time that it's going to take to implement these habits and lifestyle changes that are required to get me to the person that I want to be. You're not just going to wake up on some arbitrary day and suddenly be this perfect version of yourself. So this prompt was inspired by just thinking ahead a little bit further and using that day as a goal-setting day rather than this one that is so immediate. So this prompt is, where do you see yourself this time next year? And the last prompt I have for you today is a continuation of that previous prompt, and it is, what is the first small step you can take to be the person you want to be this time next year? So for this one, just really pinpointing one little thing that is going to kick off that journey into becoming whoever it is that you want to be in the coming years. So that's all the prompts I have for you today. Thank you so much if you watched all the way to the end. I'll link a few movement videos here if you'd like to give any of my yoga classes a try. And if you did like this video, please do like it, subscribe to the channel, and there will be more videos just like this coming your way in the coming weeks.